I analyzed these 10 faceless creators, and if you are this guy,
Man, will I ever start getting any views? These channels are way ahead of me, even though we are doing the exact same thing. Thumbnails, editing, everything.
you'd better watch this whole video because I guarantee you that there is a lot more going on other than just fast-paced editing, making great thumbnails, and SEO optimization. So I've actually found an AI tool that will do all the work for you.
Wow, I am finally going to succeed as a content creator.
Wrong! This isn't your average how to make 10K a month with Google Calendar guide. I am giving you the whole system, not just an advice. You can try the other way around, but you won't get viral twice. Pretty poetic, right? Now, the system. This is the 7-step process that will finally give your content the unique identity it needs. Make sure to stay to the end since the last few are the ones everyone overcomplicates. Step 1. Personal brand. The first thing you can notice while looking at smaller faceless YouTube channels is that they lack originality. They are usually copying bigger creators in their niche. Truth is, no one will really tend into watching your videos, and everything you say will look fake. For comparison, watch MrBeast and then watch some of his copycats, like A4 Guy. You will literally feel like the emotions are being faked and a big lack of uniqueness. After that, which one of them would you preferably watch? Same thing applies here. Make your videos unique. Think of something that differentiates you from the rest. Make a unique character with his own emotions and a story. Use the same colors for captions each time. Make your own style of thumbnails and editing. List goes on. Make your channel the image of your uniqueness. Story. And not just storytelling. Everyone already told you that storytelling is important, and they were completely right. But the one thing we don't usually think of is actually making a story out of your script. That will make your video way more funny and engaging. Channel named Isaac understood that well, and that's why he's currently making the best results in his niche with only 3 videos uploaded. Fun thing you can try is literally giving emotions to your character and making him have a personality as well as his own story. You should also make the story dramatic, but please don't over-dramatize it. Community. To actually develop a channel that will last longer than 2 months, you will need a caring community. You may say,
but what's the point of making the community a literal waste of time?
Making community gets you free networking, a place where you can do A/B testing for thumbnails, even ask for opinions on changes in the channel, for example. And the most important thing of all, you can monetize your audience as well. And that's why I brought you a complete YouTube automation course for only $99. Joke. Another thing, I've seen people make this mistake before. Please don't try selling stuff without gaining viewers' trust firstly. Trust me. Next part, niching down and figuring out your target audience. I will give you a generic example. If you are selling a product that solves a problem, the more specific the problem is, the more you can value the product itself. If you are selling an ebook on how to grow a business and it costs $50, if you niche it down to how to grow your real estate business, it can be valued at even $75, and if it's for a specific region only, it can be valued at even more. Last thing you want to become is the guy making videos about everything, because
the one who does everything finds himself providing others with nothing.
That's why you need to be specific with niches. It can be something you already know a lot about or something that you generally like. Also, being the first one starting a new niche or topic can bring you a lot more attention if you start a new trend, but it still depends on your viewers' occupations if it's going to flop or succeed. This worked for creators like N8 Wealth, Digital Income Project, JourneyFi, and Superprime. You can see that they all started uploading at almost the same time as well, and you can't really find anyone else in this niche before 2023. All in all, remember the words this wise man once said,
"Riches are in the niches."
Do you know who this guy is, by the way? Write in the comments. Next step, editing. You've seen the same tip over and over again. Make your editing cinematic, dramatic, dynamic, fry your viewers' dopamine receptors, etc. Well, those guys are right, kind of. Important part of editing is making something unique that will be associated with your personal brand. Big creators understand that there are many more aspects of making your personal brand other than your character or face, like editing, of course. The most recognizable editing styles in short-form content are currently Devin Jatho style, Alex Hormozi style, and Ali Abdaal style. They literally started the trend with the captions, animations, and other stuff that millions of people are following currently. Try your best to be the one starting the trend and not someone just following the old one. What worked for someone doesn't necessarily mean will work for you. We are coming back to the personal brand step. Make your channel the image of your uniqueness. Some more general tips on improving your editing are: use software like After Effects, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, other than CapCut and other alternatives that sometimes make colors and quality look poor. Try implementing some motion graphics in the videos rather than using stock footage too much. And when you do use stock footage, make something interesting out of it and not just a video going on and on and on and on and on. Add wiggle to visuals and use some of these motion backgrounds. If you are curious where to find all these visuals, sound effects, motion background, icons, etc. We've made a whole Google Drive folder specified for that. You can check it out in the link in the description. It's completely free of charge, and I am sure it will help a lot. And here we have the step that can either make or break your video. I've personally made over 50 thumbnails myself. Much more than 50, and I had the chance to experiment a lot with them. You will now get all the knowledge I got from making them, combined with the knowledge I've received via analyzing other channels and watching other videos. I would suggest you watching this video, by the way, but stay to the end of this one as well, because as I said, this is the whole system. Not just an advice. You can try the other way around, but you won't get viral twice. You got the point. So, the thumbnail creation step has more guidelines than all the other ones combined, actually. Those are making the curiosity gap between what we know and what we want to know. For example, you might have clicked on this video because you know that I am going to explain how are these channels breaking the algorithm, but you want to know what they are doing especially. You can do that by putting a result on the thumbnail, like here, and that's what we call the curiosity gap. Brand and face. You should make your thumbnails unique and branded as well, using a specific font, colors, style, etc. Using faces can help, but they convert well only if some recognizable face is used, like Mr. Beast, for example. Just compare these two thumbnails. So, instead of using your face, you can use the face of someone that the video is about, for example. Also, don't clickbait, please. That'll just ruin your brand in the long run. Text. It should be additive, not repetitive. Don't repeat the title. Don't make the big chunks of text on the thumbnail. And please remember that the thumbnail, like an image, is more important than the text itself. Humans' brains recognize images much faster than text, so image should get the attention, and text should only explain what the video is about if it's not easily recognizable. Now, talking about the psychology of the thumbnails. All the thumbnails made by big creators have a high saturation. It's simple to explain. Can you feel the difference in the emotions that these two thumbnails make? Speaking of saturation or vibrance, I personally think bright thumbnails perform better than the dark ones as well. Probably the most important part is making contrasts. There are quite a lot of them actually, and the first one is using complementary colors. You may call them the opposite colors on the color wheel. These pairs of colors. Mistake in the script. These pairs of colors create the strongest contrasts out of all the other combinations. I couldn't really believe that some of the creators are going that far with using them. I just thought you can do it approximately. But check this example by Mr. Beast. The eye for detail is incredible. If he used some other two colors, the contrast wouldn't really be popping out this much. The next one is the saturation contrast. All in all, using high saturation on the main object and low saturation on the background, for example. Third contrast is luminosity contrast, which is mostly light versus dark. Now, some random things that will make your thumbnail pop out even more are using blur for the background and putting shadow on the main object for making more depth, focusing on the main element, while making the supporting elements just an addition to it, and sometimes using arrows or circles to get the viewer's attention on the main element. Also adding things like a small vignette can do that as well. Next step is making it easy to notice and understand. The thumbnail should be visible in any format. You can check that on Thumbs Up TV or ClickPilot. Also, check if it stands out compared to your competition. And last thing is showing the thumbnail to someone else. It can be your friend, mother, brother, dog, cat, doesn't really matter. But show it to someone representing an average viewer. If the person understood what's the video about in the first second or two, good job. The thumbnail is almost done. But if not, yeah, back to the wheel then. It's great making a few versions of the thumbnail, and since YouTube has a new A/B testing feature, it's even easier seeing the analytics for two versions at once. Also, thumbnails should be made even before the editing process, as many big creators advise. Last but not least, I've seen this mistake a lot of times. Many new guys think that they need to make an Avengers type of thumbnail to succeed. The truth is, you need to make something simple. Not a movie poster, not some graphic design masterpiece, but still not some Canva thumbnail. Please. Something simple, probably minimalistic, and understandable is what works actually. I'll repeat it once again. Advanced design doesn't equal clickable thumbnail. Well, SEO. Being totally honest, it's not as important as making the story, brand, and overall great content, but it does depend on the SEO if the video will be shown to your target audience. The main part is the title. Try to come up with something controversial or something that really does make the curiosity gap, like in the thumbnail creation process. Of course, I hope it is understood that the title should be short, as everyone already told you. And when it comes to description and tags, I would suggest using tools like vidIQ if you don't want to spend much time researching them yourself. Also, once again, don't clickbait.
Great video, mate. Almost as good as my formula for viral shorts.
You mean profit multipliers, formula?
Yeah, that one. By the way, Have you told your guys about the thing?
Oh well, guess I have to go back to the studio. You may be asking yourself, steps are cool, but what about the proof of concept? I've researched these 10 faceless creators, and I would like to point out one of them especially later on. Let's review the ones we can learn from both mistakes and upsides, but fast. First one, profit multiplier. The main thing I would point out is how he made his character have a story and feelings with the combination of a clean editing style without the video being too cluttered. Good job, mate.
Thanks.
I guess you are going to find out why I am telling this weird guy in a suit that in another video. 10x income. He sticks to the same theme, making money with AI. He made a great brand with his character and by following the same style for both editing and thumbnails. Nate Wealth. One of the first guys in this niche, which surely helped him stand out. Great personal brand, but I think the reason for his views going down is kind of changing his whole personal brand from Faceless N8 guy to Nate. Also, did you know that my thumbnail made it into Nate's video? And now the guy that took this to the next level.
My Shorts channel has over 20 million views and many viral videos. But
Isaac, he made a great personal brand from his thumbnails all the way to the editing style, captions, and making a story. His videos are the most engaging ones compared to the competition. And two simple principles he followed are making his channel unique and actually providing valuable information. So it all comes down to the value you give.
Increment. You know the last step, right? What will you do?
There is only one way of finding out. If this does work,